Oh, hello Sagittarius. Welcome to your quantum reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. As always, welcome to my cross-watchers. Cross-watcher, you could be dealing with a Sag. The message could be for you. So, feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind that these are general and timeless readings. If you are wanting to book a one-on-one, my website information is down below in the description box. Just go ahead and subscribe your email there. That way you'll always get an email notification every time my availability opens up. Oh, just FYI, my website is under construction, but the link is still down below. But just know, like, I'll be posting updates about my website over on my Instagram. So if you want to follow me over on my Instagram, that is posted down below. And just know occasionally over there I get scammers, not currently, but cross our fingers, you know, knock on wood. And what was I gonna say? Oh yes, just know that for reference, all my links to everything are down below in the description box, nothing else. The only place that you can access my services is through my website, which is linked down below. And so that's why I will never DM you for readings, donations, money of any kind. So just keep that in mind and report and block if you come across anything suspicious like that. And as always, thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you've supported the channel. Let's dive in. Yeah, Joss is in like an Africa mood. I'm bringing this up in all the videos. So I don't know what's happening, but I just wanted to let you guys know I've been using this deck. I've had it since like the winter. It was gifted to me by this really awesome shop that I will have linked down below. It's the Tarot, I think, of Africa, something like that. So you can look at it down below. I love them. I'm just in this vibe. So you guys will have to deal with it. I'm all into like Storms of Africa by Enya, and like I'm watching safari videos. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the Woman King. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know how you guys handle me, but here we go. Sag. So, first card out. Yeah, was that the first card out? Okay, so we have preservation and we have the Daughter of Feathers. So there could be some new information, or I don't know, like something's going on in this little situation where I think communication is small, either coming from you or someone else, and you might be like Four of Pentacles. You're either holding back, maybe you're cautious, or something about this is coming across this way, or it's someone else that you're dealing with. But whatever is going on in this communication, there is a bit of self-preservation going on, or protection, something going on here. I think it's because of this. Look, you have the 4-4. Do we have 4 4s? Oh no. Okay. I thought there was the 4 of Cups, but no, it's the 5 of Cups. So I feel like that's probably why the self-preservation, because you could be feeling like, it's just showing me that the way that your communications in some way, shape, or form are like, it's small. The communication that you're sending across in some way, it's coming across like this, because there's like a layer to this, is what it's showing me. Are you ready for this? So it's like, there are certain things that are coming behind information coming out in this situation, because there's this level of like, I'm afraid of loss. Like, I'm afraid that this is going to be a huge disappointment, or I lose out on an opportunity, or you could already be thinking that. Like, some type of small communication came in, and you already were moving into this, like, preservation. Like, you're already going into protecting yourself. Because maybe you're feeling like, here's one thing, strange thing that I've been picking up with this energy because of the Pluto in retrograde. Venus is in Gemini right now, so it's like communications are going to be coming up a lot in love, but there's also this karmic type of feel to things, and that could be almost like in the foreground of your psyche that you might not be realizing. It's like there's some energies that are being released from you. It could have even been a little bit of transference that you picked up on. If you were continuing to let like an ex back in, if you were like letting someone in because you were making sure, or like way in the past, this could have been way, way long ago, and you could have like let someone come in. Maybe it was even a family member or a boss. It could have been any level of things, but it could have been that like unknowingly you weren't supposed to let that back in, and there could have been something where a person could have like tried to unload their burden on you, that emotional burden, like maybe through your empathy. And it could be that like that's kind of being expelled from you right now. So yeah, it's just fascinating because I can see a really fascinating thing going on here. Okay, so whatever is going on here, there was a little bit of like watching or communications going on. I feel like, and this is interesting because we have the Four of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Very interesting, because I do think that you're withdrawing, you know, from maybe some type of energy that was deceptive. Okay, or there could be a person that you feel like was taking advantage of you or being deceptive. I feel like you could be withdrawing from that. Or I have to say something to you, Sag. Do you love how I get all dramatic like this? Because there's this altruism card, which I find very fascinating coming into the mix. I feel like what could be happening in a weird situation, and I'm not telling you to do anything, okay? Just keep this in mind. I feel as though you could have gone through, like, there could have been some recent communications that came in, and there was like this energy about you that could have wanted to like cling on to something. Four of Pentacles is like there is a self-preservation, but it can also be like selfishness. So you could have wanted to hold on to something, or sometimes it can be like protection or possessiveness, which I don't typically get with Sages, but it could be that you're like, that could have been an initial reaction that came up within you, and now there's this altruistic kind of letting something go for, like, you know that stupid saying, I really do not like it, like, you know, let love go, and if it comes back to you, blah blah blah. I'm kind of getting this, like, you're changing a pattern. Because maybe in some weird trippy way, Sag, like you are actually being placed. This could be the weird karma, like I was talking about, quantum tunneling, transference, whatever you want to call it, that you had been placed in a situation like where someone regretted not choosing you. And they are going through some form of like loss or grief. And that could even be this person that, for some of you guys, this could be a person that's watching you. Like, they might be holding back, and you might be, there's like this thing where you could be withdrawing from a particular person or situation because you feel this, I know that this is sounding so ridiculous, like this divine, crazy, mystical reading, but it could be that altruistically, like you're doing something for the greater good. I don't know what that's about. Like, it could be that you're, like I said before, like releasing something because you feel it's like this attachment thing. Like, you don't want to be like too controlling or attached to this thing, or like think that you had, like, for example, you could have a person that is like taking credit for your success, or like behind the scenes they're like, that was me, like my attention to them got them to the place that they're at right now. And you might be placed in the same type of situation because the grief that you might have been under, you might have not seen something that was in front of you because you were so consumed by like some form of grief or regret. for a significant amount of time, and it was just like, the grief is intense. Okay, it has its own process. It like has its own healing time. Like, you have no control over it. It literally just is what it is, because like, you go through a time of processing and sometimes guilt, or you're just like processing a lot of the decisions and things that led up to you going into that experience. And some of you guys, it could have been loss, like for sure. If someone passed away, someone in your reality, it's like for a time you just went into an incubation period and just protected yourself, because like, yeah, it could have been like you weren't even letting anything in, because it was just like those emotions were so raw and sensitive. Like, it's like you just had to finish out that process. So your communications might have been small, and someone could have been just watching you or waiting. Okay. I feel like in some crazy way this might be that you're moving into an energy of, I don't know if it's like generosity, or you're doing some type of like activism, or you're moving into this really grand kind of like for the greater good energy, something along those lines. I don't know. I mean, this is quite an interesting little message that I'm getting here. Okay. Also, I'm getting with the Seven of Swords, if someone was like deceptive, it cannot really touch altruism, at least in this form. Okay. Okay. Yes. So, Sag, Nine of Wands, we have the Knight of Discs, which is the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, like, this could have been a lot of challenges that kept coming your way. You could have been very blocked, too. Like, you weren't really letting anyone come in. This is a lot of protection energy. It's really not that far off from the beginning cards. That, apparently, that time is changing. So the Wheel of Fortune, like this time that you've been in where you've had to continuously just persevere and not give up and have a lot of determination, it feels like there's a change happening in that process, okay? It could be connected to, here's this King of Cups. So that's what I was talking about, like maybe a karma that you had tied to another person. Whoever that person is, oh, and we have the Moon. So it is a pretty big emphasis on like a water sign. It could be a Cancer or a Pisces. But this is the stuff that's coming up to the surface, the Moon. Things that are suppressed, and they come up layer by layer so that your psyche doesn't completely break apart. Like, if it were, I say this a lot, if it were to all break open at once, you probably have a mental breakdown. So it's like it unfolds slowly to what your mind can handle. And I feel like you've had this emotional connection with a particular person. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. This is actually a good Four of Cups though, okay? I know typically Four of Cups is like, oh, it sucks kind of card. This Four of Cups, this guy is like, he's looking at the opportunity and he's taking it now. There is also a heart on there. So it's showing me that something is being presented here. And rather than the past, like there could have been things that you had overlooked or you didn't see it. It's showing me that you're actually taking it right now. When like this love gets presented to you, you're actually going to take it. You won't miss it. Okay, this is like, your ship won't pass. So you will see it for what it is, and you won't question it. You won't think that it's manipulative or think like it has an ulterior motive. You're gonna know that it's like connected to where you're at in your process. So it makes you question even what seemed to be missed opportunities in the past, because like maybe you weren't really meant to go down that path in the first place. I don't know. I mean, life is really interesting in those ways. Who knows, really, in the grand scheme of things. Here's the Two of Spears, which is the Two of Swords. I actually really love these cards. Okay. And then we have on the bottom. Nice. Okay. Someone is about to break through confusion with some type of clarity. Whoever this energy is. We have the Page of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords. So someone could be like, announcing something that could be a breakthrough. Oh, shiz. Whatever it does, there's the Fool card and the Four of Wands. Wow, 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 wow. Sag, I don't know who this person is that is this Page of Pentacles. I feel like someone is like revealing something, or they're gonna, if there's been like some confusion, or you've been wondering, this person's been working on something behind the scenes, and it could be connected to money or stability. I feel like when this opens up, you might be taking a leap. There's something here, like, I don't know if you'll meet someone in their home, like you might just take a leap of faith toward this situation. Like, whatever this announcement is, it might make you take action on something, or it might give you the courage to go after something. And the Four of Wands is saying, like, celebration. So, yeah, for some of you guys, it could be marriage, or there could be a social gathering. I've been saying that a lot with the Wands. Like, I don't know if you're attending a wedding, or this could be an announcement of that. It's very possible that too. But something significant here. So it's like, it could have been coming back here. Like, when you finally gain some kind of headway, maybe in your finances, or whatever this crazy thing is you've been trying to persevere on, because you have preservation, all this stuff. It's like you just had to be patient with your grieving process. Patience with your grief. You have to be patient with your grieving process. Okay? I feel like there's a change happening here, and I just have to say, there's a person over here that's like now, okay, Sag, there's a person over here that, like, when they're around you, they're kind of like cold, or they act disinterested, but underneath the surface, they feel so much. I just think, like, but they don't want to ever let you know that. I don't know. Maybe they think it would go to your head. I don't know. This is just weird. But this person is they are hard to read. Typical King of Cups. Like, they could be kind of mysterious. You can't really figure that out. They seem kind of distant in one aspect, or like that they're keeping something from you. I think that you might be blocking that. Two of Swords is saying, like, you're continuing to not, I've been saying this in all the readings, you're continuing not to foster disappointment, because disappointment begets, what you reap you sow. If you have something causing disappointment, it's like, don't go toward that anymore. Like, go towards, there's these fresh new energies that I think are going to be coming in, if they haven't already. I think this is this person that's coming in, very cut to the chase, like, here's the truth. I feel like it's going to cause some type of interesting shift here, okay? So I'm going to dive into the extended. I'll see whatever else wants to come up. If you want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below. Click on the Vimeo link. I'll see you over there. But Sag, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you so much love. Wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.